Black Education TV, waking up the Bantus from sea to sea. Black Education. Okay, this is Black Education TV, where we're stepping back from the brink towards a more meaningful future. With our theme verse being, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." So if your ancestors were scattered via the transatlantic slave trade or the Mohammedan Arabic Islamic slave trade, then you are the children of Almighty. So Nini Nanini Samandla, the mighty one of Abraham, Isaac, and Akobi. Oh yes, Black history. The study of the Bible is Black history. And so you're welcome tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Share the link to everyone. And let somebody know tonight that you are connected to the show. We give him all the praise. We give him all the glory. We give him all the honor because he is due all the praise and all the honor. Oh yes, share the link and text a friend. And after the show, make sure you follow us on all the channels. It is on Telegram Live, it is YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and the recording is uploaded on Bantu. You are welcome tonight to the show. All praises to Almighty. So Nini Na Nini Samanda. We give him all the praise and all the glory. Waking up the Bantus from sea to sea. Black Education TV. Waking up the Bantus from sea to sea. Black Education TV.
Every time we begin to say who we are, we're being told when we say we are the chosen, we're being told that we are anti-Semitic, to shut us down. But this time, the long time, this time, the been before time.
This is what I have to say, and I think you will agree. There is someone who's been running around claiming to be you and me. And now there's no compromising. It won't be stopped. The awakening is real. There's no compromising.
lest we do forget. The Most High commands a righteous rule. And Bantu, we're up next. You'll be judged on doctrine you believe. Every idle word that you say. So as you are evil, help the blind man see. And he will show you mercy. A foolish man will imagine a vain thing. A righteous man will lift his voice and sing to the name of the Most High, King of Kings, Titan Zombie, Akobi, the Holy One, the Bantu Father, the Almighty. Through the years we have tried to get along, but in these streets we're dying. Pretty soon we'll believe in Babylon. Oh, and there'll be no more crying. In just 1 hour
Father, I want to thank you for waking me up to the Bantu truth. I want to thank you for your covenant you made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaka, and Akobi. And I want to thank you for your word. You said that you will never, ever forsake us or leave us. So, I now do realize you exist beyond time, and you will never, ever, ever compromise your love to your chosen. I thank you for your mercy and grace. Your truth I embrace. Your love makes me feel so satisfied, magnified. So we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu need you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Your powerful words you declare to your chosen. You'll always be there in this wicked world of vanity, insanity. And yes, this world disrespects the Most High. His laws they reject. But we will follow you and worship you. Ubuntu Bantu. So we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu need you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Your powerful words you declare to your chosen. You'll always be there in this wicked world of vanity, insanity. And yes, this world disrespects the Most High. His laws they reject. But we will follow you and worship you. Ubuntu Bantu. So we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu need you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Father, we want to thank you for the Bantu awakening. We want to thank you for our brother Nkosi Zoonaadh1 for boldly proclaiming Genesis 13:1. Africa is the Holy Land. Yes, Africa is the Holy Land. Genesis 13:1, the landmark clue. So he put it there, there's nothing you can do. Understand the lies of this wicked enemy. The Most High will bring the nations down to their knees. Bantu resurrected by the Most High. Bantu chosen nation, apple of his eye. So the Holy One Stand up, daughters, rise up, sons. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu needs you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. He's the way, the truth, the life, the Holy One. He said it in His word. It is finished. It is done. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. He's the way, the truth, the life, the Holy One. He said it in His word. It is finished. It is done. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. Father, I want to thank you for waking me up to the Bantu truth. I want to thank you for your covenant you made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaka, and Akobi. And I want to thank you for your word. You said that you will never, ever forsake us or leave us. So, I now do realize you exist beyond time, and you will never, ever, ever compromise your love to your chosen. I thank you for your mercy and grace. Your truth I embrace. Your love makes me feel so satisfied, magnified. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu needs you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Your powerful words you declare to your chosen. You'll always be there. In this wicked world of vanity, insanity, and yes, this world disrespects the Most High. His laws they reject. But we will follow you and worship you. Ubuntu Bantu. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu needs you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Your powerful words you declare to your chosen. You'll always be there. In this wicked world of vanity, insanity, and yes, this world disrespects the Most High. His laws they reject. But we will follow you and worship you. Ubuntu Bantu. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu needs you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. Father, we want to thank you for the Bantu awakening. We want to thank you for our brother Nkosi Zoonaadh1 for boldly proclaiming Genesis 13:1. Africa is the Holy Land. Yes, Africa is the Holy Land. Genesis 13:1. He won the landmark clue. So Nini, he put it there, there's nothing you can do. Understand the lies of this wicked enemy. The Most High will bring the nations down to their knees. Bantu, resurrected by the Most High. Bantu, chosen nation, apple of his eye. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini, the Holy One, stand up, daughters, rise up, sons. So Nini, na Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew we can't live without you. We are lost without you. We can't win this war without you. So Nini, na Nini, we praise and thank you. You always knew the Bantu needs you. We love you. We want you. We praise you. He's the way, the truth, the life, the Holy One. He said it in his word. It is finished. It is done. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. He's the way, the truth, the life, the Holy One. He said it in his word. It is finished. It is done. We thank you. Yes, we thank you.
Kingdom come, thy kingdom come. I've seen the rivers run dry. I've watched the birds fall from the sky. And I've seen danger pass me by. What can I say? Make no mistake. It's time we act with no delay. choose the sound. The path to destruction far and wide. Oh, but we'll be in, yeah, New Jerusalem. Kingdom come, thy kingdom come.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, that in glory and honor. Was thirsty, you gave living water. Was thirsty, you gave living water. Mighty one of Abraham, mighty one of Isaac, mighty one of Akobi. So happy the truth you showed me. Now your commandments we do keep, and we only celebrate your feast. Sinning, you the only one we see. Do sinning, none any, I'm free indeed. Had to let them know you the keeper of my soul. Had to let them know your love more precious than gold. Had to let them know you let a Bantu in the show. Had to let them know well the praises go. Sifanini nanini tata izambi motimo alura mari bao se bao imela esemo motimo motimo se bao se bao imela esemo motimo motimo se bao se bao imela esemo motimo motimo se bao.
Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh, do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh, do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, come here. Ah, yes, yes, mind clear. My mind is clear, my mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. I know it gets confusing, yes, I understand. Gaslighting, mind control, quicksand. Layers of deception, cat, mouse, maze. Keep so nearly in your heart all your days. Fake news narratives tell lie vision. Bond to bloodline, find your mission. Check your mind, check your soul, heart condition. So nini, na nini, so nini, seek his wisdom. Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, come here, come here. Ah, yes, yes, mind clear. My mind is clear, my mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you find me. Confusion and emotion, you keep me. Let not your heart be troubled, trust me. You say you will never ever leave me. So Nini, na Nini loves me always. Precious are your thoughts unto me. I stand here. Show the world your power. Time is near. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, come here. Ah, yes, yes, mind clear. My mind is clear, my mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. Whoa, mind clear, I now understand. Shaka, Zulu warrior, Bantu man, father Abraham, king, priest, walked in confidence. Bantu black man, next crown prince. Stop, wait, my kings, you got to listen. They after our bloodline, vipers run the system. Walk like Father Abraham, righteous ways. So Nini, na Nini gave us eternal DNA. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you find me. Confusion and emotion, you keep me. Let not your heart be troubled, trust me. You say you will never ever leave me. No way. So Nini, na Nini loves me always. Precious are your thoughts unto me. I stand here. Show the world your power. Time is near. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, come here. Ah, yes, yes, mind clear. My mind is clear, my mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you say abide with me, my secret place. I will heal your heart and all your sorrows. You are mine forever and tomorrow. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. 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 Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, come here. Ah, yes, yes, mind clear. My mind is clear, my mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. I know it gets confusing, yes, I understand. Gaslighting, mind control, quicksand. Layers of deception, cat, mouse, maze. Keep so nearly in your heart all your days. Fake news narratives tell lie vision. Bond to bloodline, find your mission. Check your mind, check your soul, heart condition. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini, seek his wisdom. Mind clear, yes, my mind is clear. Peace be still. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes, my mind clear. My mind is clear. My mind is clear. Yes, yes, my mind is clear. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you find me. Confusion and emotion, knew you. Keep me. Let not your heart be troubled, trust me. You say you will never ever leave me. No way. So Nini, na Nini loves me. Always. Precious are your thoughts unto me. I stand here. Show the world your power. Time is near. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. Mind clear. Mind clear, yes. My mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes. My mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, I'm near. Come here, come here. Ah, yes, yes. Mind clear. My mind is clear. My mind is clear. Yes, yes. My mind is clear. Whoa, whoa, mind clear. I now understand. Shaka, shaka, Zulu warrior. Bantu man, father Abraham, king, priest, walked in confidence. Bantu black man, next crown prince. Stop, stop, wait, wait, my kings, you got to listen. They after our bloodline, vipers run the system. Walk like Father Abraham, righteous ways. So Nini, na Nini gave us eternal DNA. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you find me. Confusion and emotion, knew you. Keep me. Let not your heart be troubled, trust me. You say you will never ever leave me. No way. So Nini, na Nini loves me. Always. Precious are your thoughts unto me. I stand here. Show the world your power. Time is near. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. Mind clear. Mind clear, yes. My mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh. Do you hear? Mind clear, yes. My mind is clear. Peace be still. Shh, shh. Do you hear? He whispers, I'm near, I'm near. Come here, come here. Ah, yes, yes. Mind clear. My mind is clear. My mind is clear. Yes, yes. My mind is clear. When I'm feeling down and lose my way, you say abide with me, my secret place. I will heal your heart and all your sorrows. You are mine forever and tomorrow. So Nini, na Nini, so Nini. 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 Mind clear.
Thanks to Nini Nanini for breaking down every obstacle in the path to the redemption of his people. And we join the prophets that said, therefore the redeemed of Sunini Nanini shall return and come with singing unto Zion. That's what they said in the Bible. But we know it's Jerusalem.
In paradise, in paradise, yeah. In paradise, in paradise, yeah. In paradise, in paradise, yeah. In paradise, in paradise. Ingefuna ukuya Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Ingefuna ukuya Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna go to paradise where the roads gold and the weather's nice. Where the Salema ain't on fight. No moon or sun, cause you be the light. The way truth and light. So Nini na Nini, Tata is on me. Mighty one of Akobi. Out New Egypt, you gon' lead us. You the one to redeem us. You love us but don't need us. False doctrine, you gon' free us. Yeah, yeah. I can hear the shaking of the bones. All cause the one on the throne. Akobi, yeah, we gon' home. So Nini, please take us home. Eat paradise, paradise, yeah. Eat paradise, eat paradise, eat paradise, eat paradise, eat paradise, eat paradise. Funa ukuya Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Ingefuna ukuya Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Yeah.
Okay. Greetings tonight. Once more in the precious name of our Father, Almighty Sunini Nanini Samandla. He is the mighty one of Abraham, the mighty one of Issachar, the mighty one of Akobi. Welcome to the show tonight. We had some technical difficulties in the background. I was unable to move the song, so if you heard songs repeating itself over and over, they just wouldn't allow me to scroll, but I managed to solve that problem now. So we had a very new song there. We'll play it again tomorrow night from Sister Talia. We give thanks and praise for all the singers and for all that he's doing in the lives of his people. And thank you so much, Sister Talia, for that new song. Yes, it's gonna catch on as we continue to sing and praise Sunini Nanini with all the songs provided here exclusively on Black Re-Education TV. So welcome again to the show and welcome to question and answer. But if you're joining us tonight from the Pacific Islands, Australia, New Zealand, or from the troubled Arab, Asian, and European lands, you are welcome here tonight. And if you're joining us from the Caribbean islands, North and South America, or even Antarctica, you are also welcome here tonight. But if you're joining us from the most precious real estate on earth, the Holy Land, Al-Kebu land, Azania, the Promised Land, the land of Canaan, Sub Saharan Africa, you are welcome here today. Hallelujah. And the talk around is the show on something nice with Dinano. Yes, there's a talk. We give thanks and praise to Almighty Sunini Nanini for what he's doing, for sharing his word in this way. Hallelujah. Okay, we're going to go into a question and answer period tonight. And that's really sorry for that hiccup there. I was trying to fix it all the time, but couldn't get it right. Finally, in the end, it happened. Okay. I need to log off from the backup so that I don't. All right. Okay. So I hope we don't have any echo in the background. Yeah, I want to urge people to put the questions in early, because when you put the questions in late, I might miss when I go back. If I get the questions early, then I can set them aside so that I can begin answering some of these questions. All right. So if I've missed your question tonight, that's the reason. You need to put it in, make a note of your question. When you come in the chat, put it in there so I can select it. When they're selected, then, for example, I have 7 questions, and I'm going to start off with the first question here. And I'm going to make the background a little friendlier so that you can see. I was unable to move anything on the background, so sorry about that. Okay. I can go back to presenting all the make the screen a little friendlier. Okay. Greetings, Umdala, greetings. Do you think it is right for a Bantu to make money via playing football. I mean, you're talking about being a professional football player, a boxer, or actor, or sports in general. Well, if that's your employment, that's how you can, because you have a skill that you're offering. Then when it comes to moral issues, you have to make that conscious decision to walk in the ways of Sunini Nanini. That's all I say. If you're kicking football, all I'd say, once you don't compromise who you are as a person, there's no need to compromise who you are as a person. But by all means, I don't know if it's making money. It's not betting. It's you offering a skill that you have, so that you can live. Those are. I can't have you spiritual guidance on that. I mean, if you want to go in a ring and somebody beat you up to make money, I don't know, but you've got to make some choices to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself, and you're not going to compromise who you are as a person, and especially as a child of Sunini Nanini, not that you know. So that's all my advice I can give you on that. It's not a sin, it's not a crime or anything of the sort, but you've got to make moral judgments when the need arises. Some people get into acting and then they begin to compromise themselves. We had an actor here, he was really acting, he seemed to be an actor on leave, but he was still acting here. But you have to make sure that your motivation is not just money. Very important. You can't have that kind of motivation. If this is the way that you make a living for your life, right. But if you're taking a chance to make money, you have to be careful. Excuse me. I hope that is helpful. I can't give you much more than that. Hallelujah. All right. If you have something more specific, you can go to it, but that's what I can think of right now. Okay. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 to 24. Who is he? Would Elijah curse children for mocking him, and two she bears tear 42 children, like innocent blood being shed? Explain. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Before I even go to the explanation, I want you to remember when you're reading the Bible, is that you're reading a document where people were living their lives. They didn't expect their lives to be showcased as it is. Sorry about that. My monitor went off. Just bear with me. Let me just put this back. I keep this online so as to make sure that I can detect when something is wrong. So I'm just making sure it's there, running in the background, so I can know if something goes wrong on the show. All right. Okay. So I'm saying, before I answer your question, just remember that when our ancestors had these things documented, they were not expecting that their lives would be showcasing a religion or become the document for a religion. They were living their lives and they were documenting experiences that they had while living. They were not formulating a religion, and you have to understand that. So when you read some things that happen, some of this might have happened, some of it might not have happened. You see, and so don't major on these things that are like, for example, you've got a mother and a father, but your mother wasn't nice to you, right? That's not a doctrine. You can't make that out to become something of more than other than what it is. or your daddy was nice to you. He got drunk at weekends and he spent the money out and so on. You can't use that as a doctrine, because the life of these people were not religious guidance they were giving. The life was just documented so that their children would know things that happen. It is Europeans that pick up this information and created a religion out of it. All this would have been something in your family history. Full stop. That is what it is. It is not a religion or things that you need to use to guide you in a religious context. No, it wasn't. And we need to remember that. Every time we read something in the Bible, it was a people's personal story that was thrown into the open world. And so many times you're trying to defend activities that may have occurred in the life of your ancestors, and you're trying to explain them. And some of them you might not be able to explain. But let's go to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 and 24. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 and 24. Elijah taken to heaven. And then in verse 23 and 24, he was being mocked, I guess. (22, 23, and 24). So these are the verses we're looking at here. We have to put some context to it. So that the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spoke. And when he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up, I'm reading from that screen, forgive me about that. As he was going up, somebody was saying, the children were saying, I guess, thou bald head. Now somebody might say that to me, children, they were normal children. And they were troubling maybe an elderly man, laughing at him, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And they came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 14 2 children of them. So first it says that he turned back and looked at them and cursed them. And it says earlier, they came forth children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. Right? And then it is documented that he turned and looked at them and cursed them. Maybe rebuked them. See, when which is the normal thing to do, a group of children. But when you read the word curse, it looks as though he's overreacting to children calling him bald head, right? So let's go into this verse and see, because I can see an elderly gentleman, a lot of children is, shouting out at him and so on, and he rebuked them maybe and say, why you don't go home to your parents, right? There might be, and then it is documented as a curse. So I'm going to go into King James Plus. And see the word curse. Strong's 7043, it says the root word make light, literally small, sharp, or you say something sharp, figuratively, trifling, vile, despise, let me use another Bible. This is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 24. Let me use this other Bible here. 2 Kings chapter 3, 2 Kings chapter 2, and verse 23 and 24. Okay. So let's see when they say curse.
Strong's H 7043. Kalal. Kalal.
So what was the word translated? Used 82 times in the Bible, and 39 times it is referred to as a curse, a swiffer, light, a light thing, vile, lighter, despise, abated, ease, light. Right. To make despicable, to treat with contempt. Yeah, I think he rebuked them. That is my view, and I'm taking that culturally how it would happen. That if a group of children is reviling you or being disrespectful or rude, you will rebuke them, right? And hopefully they will go away. You see? But to use the word curse is a very strong word, because the only two people that really were cursed is that seed of Cain and Cain himself and Satan. Sorry, three. There might be others. But if the prophet rebukes these children, but it's documented as curse, that is how I see this. This is the most I would put to it, because nothing should be done to hurt them. But then it goes on to say that 42 children, 2 bears came out and spilled the blood of these children. And if it is connected to the curse, no, and it's easy to connect it to the curse because he just rebuked them. You're not going to connect it now with a behavior or an accident that a bear came out. You're going to think that Elijah cursed them and a bear came out to kill them. And those are the things that we've got to watch in the scriptures, how things are put together. Yeah, because I'm not making an excuse, but I would think that, okay, I've got a bald head and a set of children come out and begin to, they're not touching me or anything of the sort, but they begin to talk about my bald head. Bald head man. If they're persistent, you rebuke them, so that they will go away. But when, if you consider it as a curse, and then connect it now with the bears coming out and eating 42 children, are those children part of the group that was reviling or shouting names at the prophet. So let's go in a little, let's read a little more into, let me go back up there. And what I just did is to go in and get a picture of the meaning of that word. Maybe another version of the Bible might, if I can compare parallel translations and look for the word. This is the whole 2 Kings. I just want. Chapter, yeah. So in Brenton, in in the AFV, they said here, so he turned around and saw them and declared them vile. You see, no, the word curse is not used here now. He's referring to them vile, as they're being vile because they are calling him names, right? And then all the others say curse. Why did he use the word vile? He declared and declared them vile. He was saying that they were vile. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of them. And so somebody's now going to think that the God of the Bible sent bears to eat children because they were rude. So the 2 stories get connected. Like the bears came out to eat them as a result of the rebuke. You see, they say vile. In that case, he rebuked them, and then you connect the story with. I don't want to read too much into it, but I was suspicious that is what I would do as an adult. I would rebuke them. But as the bears coming out and eat them, how do you connect that this is the reason why the bears eat them? Maybe they were in a bad place, in a location where the bears are. But if you're connecting the bears and the Lord sent the bears to eat them, that's a different conversation. And that's how you read a lot of cases in the Bible where Sunini or the God of the Bible is projected as a villain. He kills people. He sends one family to go and fight against another family and kill them out. Kill out the Canaanites and take away the land. Missing the complete story altogether. Nobody remembers that the Canaanite refused to worship Sunini. They are in rebellion. They worship other deities, but in the land that Sunini wants Abraham to have. And so he said, no, you have to subdue these people and make sure that they're walking in your way, so you can get them out of the space. Get them out of the land. It's never going to be like what we see in the Levant, that this God is telling somebody to do genocide or 42 bears must eat the children up because they say bald head man. And that's where we have to draw the line. In my view. See, in my view. And he turned around and looked at them and pronounced a curse on them. Another version is saying here, and he declared them vile or naughty. He's saying they're your naughty children. The reason why the bear came out to eat 42 of them might be a completely different reason. But you see, if they were cursed, then now you attach the bear eating them because they were cursed and because he pronounced and is a curse. You see? That's how I see that. That's how I see that. It's interesting. All right, I'm going to move on from there because there's not much I can. I don't want to give any justification, but bears eating 42 children after they were saying bald-head man, and then it is written that the bald-head man cursed them, so the bears came out to eat them. Why would Sunini allow something like that to happen? Those are the kind of questions that brings us back to the fact, how did this information become public information? Because it happened, maybe it did happen. Bears ate 42 children. But how do you connect it with a statement where an elderly man might have said, I rebuke you children in the name of Sunini Nanini for the behavior. And then subsequently this thing happened. Then you connect the two things. People can do that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. If you haven't seen the video with Umdala being present at Something Nice with Dinano, then here's the link. Man, it felt good to see the Nuno trying to understand. No, it was interesting conversation we had, and this is one of the first time when somebody try to really understand why we believe that Africa is the Holy Land, and the evidence that we have provided and do have much more than was presented there. But it was good that the conversation is now in the public domain in a way that you have to decide what you want to do with that information. It's not Africa is the Holy Land because our skin is black like the people in Africa. Africa is the Holy Land and the land that we came from because that is a fact. And that those who projected another story in that space, claiming to be the children of the Bible, the children of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, is a fake. And like every fake, they'll be disposed and exposed. Only the truth will stand. Hallelujah. So, yes, I urge you go look at the video. The part 2 is coming up, I think, next week, Tuesday. And then we'll have another session as well, where you might get a chance to ask me questions live. But here we are answering questions live. Then it will be specific questions that you might have, like some of the questions you're having here. And just remember that I don't have all the answers to any question. But what Sunini is sharing in Black Re-Education TV, we will share that information. But we can't guarantee all questions. For example, the one I'll try to reason it out as what I would do as a person if children are misbehaving on the road. But that's how we were raised back home. You couldn't misbehave in front of adults. And if these children were able to leave their parents' home and come out and be mocking or jeering or following the prophet and calling him names, their parents should have been calling them back a long time. If it's something, we don't have the full context of what happened there. If it's something that they always do whenever he passes through there, then that's a different story. Maybe they use pelting him with bricks and all kinds of things. We don't know the full context of the story. But it couldn't just be a one-off like that. It had to be for it to be considered a curse. I think he rebuked them, which was the right course of action to take. But as to the bears eating them, I don't see how you want to connect the bears, or we would want to connect the bear eating them with the fact that they were rebuked for an action that was not proper. Hallelujah. And so, in the same way, there are lots of things that is coming out now, and we have to be careful with them because the AI is telling lies. The AI has been programmed, and you don't take everything that the AI is saying because the AI is telling lies. The AI think that those children are the children of the Bible, and we're saying no, and we hope that the AI will learn what we're saying, that is not true. All right, let's move on. I want to move on here and just pick up. This is another question here. Genesis 1:26. Then Sunini Nanini said, let us make man in our image according to our likeness. Who was he speaking to? You see, when you put Sunini Nanini into a sentence, is because you're absolutely sure. Because the same thing we do when we say in the New Testament, when we talk about Msindisi, and because you know Msindisi he's a black man that was murdered, and that they faked the story, you can't fit Msindisi in every space that the word Jesus is used. It don't always work like that. So it's not a word, pong for pong. No word for word exchange. That can get us into some trouble. You've got to know the culture of the people and what obtains. That's why I did what I did just now by saying, yeah, you might have said something to those children because they're mocking him. And I think the most he would do is rebuke them, which is normal. And that is what we would do as adults. You know, we'd rebuke a child, and even an elder could be rebuked if he's doing something wrong. And if the prophet was doing something wrong and the children were rebuking him, that would have been in order too. You see, because he was doing wrong. But if they were doing wrong, he has a right to rebuke them. But as to the bears coming out and eating 42 of them, something else might have happened. Something else might have happened, and we don't have that information. Hallelujah. Okay, so when you come to Genesis chapter 1, you have to remember when you're reading Genesis chapter 1, there's several things happening here. In Genesis chapter 1, you get a story of a group of people being told to subdue. If you look at verse 28, I know you're talking about verse 26, but let me read verse 28 first, and then we'll come back there. It says, and God, I'm going to use God there, yeah? Just so we read it as it is first. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish, repeople the earth, and subdue it. Those are strong words. To subdue the earth is like to take control of everything on the earth. You're taking control of the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom. You're dominating. Yeah, it comes after that. And have dominion. This sounds like a different people. When we come here, we don't come here to dominate. We come here to live side by side with nature, not to wrestle with Sunini Nanini, to be obedient to him. And so you got to watch these concepts that are slipping into the space to replenish the earth, which is suggesting that you've been here before, whoever this is, and subdue the earth and have dominion over I've been saying it, over the fish kingdom, the sea, over the fowls of the air, the animal kingdom, over every living thing that move upon the face of the earth. That don't sound nice. That don't sound nice. And this is where your spiritual connection with the ancestors and Sunini Nanini comes in. That's why I say this awakening and the correction of all of these wickedness, some of the wickedness that these nations have done in the book, is not going to be academic only. It will got a lot of academic implications, linguistics, architectural, and all of these different tones. But you have to have that spiritual connection and the spiritual tone. So you know what Sunini would say and what another people will do. Subdue is now what happened to us. Dominate is now what happened to us. Control is that what happened to us. That don't sound like Sunini Nani. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb of the sea, every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it is so. And God saw everything, and God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning was the sixth day. So I'll go to your verse now. It says in verse number 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. That's the same verse we see in Genesis chapter 5, I think it is. Let us make man. Sunini made man in his likeness and image. And let them have dominion is where the problem is coming in. You see it is there again in that verse? I didn't read a verse first. I read at verse 28. So you're seeing a people that were behaving as though they have the right to control and dominate everything. And they don't sound like Sunini Nanini. Adam was a gentleman. This sounds like a creation, a people that is here to dominate. And we have to watch that. And that's why I say to you, the Genesis, I think chapter 3 creation or chapter 2 creation, where Sunini made them male and female, and he separated them because they were male and female in the same place. And he separated them. This one is not separated. Male and female in the same space. Confused. But yet, the same statement was made in 26. And let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Whose image and likeness? Is this the angels talking here? And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowls of the air and over the cattle and over all the earth and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the face of the earth. And so God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. When he made Adam and Eve, he called their name Adam. And then he made a sleep to come upon Adam. You have to listen to this because I haven't teach much on this in the open, but this is the understanding here. So you got this male and female in the same space, like the flower. The flower, the stamen and the stigma is on that same flower, is connected. They don't come from separate places and come, and they don't go and pollinate nothing else anywhere else. That's how Sunini, that's the man that Sunini made. Then he separated the genetics that belong to the male and the genetics that belong to the female. Not because you want to make division, but he's making a unique creation so that when these two come back together, like how the flower, the stamen, and the stigma will relate to each other and produce a new seed, is so the man and the woman will come together and produce an offspring of their kind. It will be 50-50. Not one dominating the other. The black man is not dominating his black woman. In this one, they got that spirit of domination. I'm going to do this as a series one of these days to explain more to you. Thank you for bringing in this conversation, this question here. This one was told to dominate and to control. You come to Europe and you'd see it. A head teacher that is male and a head teacher that is female, they don't get the same pay because the man gets more pay than the woman. That's a division in this society where European men dominate the woman. But yet here is feminism because they want to be liberated from the white man. The white woman wants to be liberated from the white man. But the black man the black woman and man gets involved in that conversation. But they were not created in that form to dominate each other. They were created to make 50-50. When the child is coming, it's the two of them coming together to make that child. The child is 50% of the father and 50% of the mother, so that there is no domination there. That is missed, you see. In Africa, that is how life was. There was no division where the women do hard work in Africa. They make the fields and all of this thing, planting. But the man has his role and the woman has a role. And it wasn't one of domination.
But when the women come to the West, they begin to think that they need to be fighting the cause of the European woman because her man dominates her and she has no rights. This conversation for another time. But I said all of that to say you are looking at two different creations. One that was created to dominate, and it's not Sunini Nanini. It's Satan that is doing that part. And male and female in the same place, never separated. You want to hear that? That's why there is a confusion in Europe and other places where the man is feeling that he is trapped in a woman's body. You see them playing it out in society. And so he comes out and say, I'm a man, but really I'm a woman. And then the woman comes out and say, you know, I'm really not a woman, I'm a man. But when you look at them biologically, it don't connect. Because the one that is claiming to be a man has female parts. And then the one that is claiming to be the man on the other side, the female on the other side, he's got male parts. And so they have to bring that normal. It's this creation that produced that. You see it there, male and female in the same space. Adam was male and female in the same space, but Sunini separated. And when he saw the woman for the very first time, he said, she is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of me. You see, you missed that. You missed that. That's the difference with the black woman and the white woman and the black man and the white man. So there's a lot of information that we have not shared yet. But that's the situation. And so this one is confused. And of course, they say there's the anomaly where there's this hermaphrodite where you have to decide whether it's going to be male or female because it's like come with both parts. You see, so the conversation that you need to connect with your emotions, your female side, that was taken out from Adam, but he still got it because it is part of who he is, but not in the sense of sexuality. So the act of trying to impose a certain sexuality because it is an anomaly in your population on another population is not okay. That's why Africa will never accept it, because that's not our problem. It has never been. And even if there are people in Africa or in our community that this anomaly has happened, nobody goes around trying to beat them up and kill them. Nobody does that there. In my country, we knew who were like that. We knew some people were like that. And we didn't go around beating them up and trying to kill them. So that they have to have, special. Anyhow, those are conversations for another day. And I'm sorry to take your question into that depth, but I needed to go there to help you to see that, because you asked the question, let us make man in our own image according to our likeness. Who was he speaking? Who was speaking and to whom? That's necessary, because you want to know if this creation and the creation in Genesis chapter, let me make sure it says Genesis chapter 2. So I don't know. Let me see chapter 2. When Sunini rested and created man, Genesis chapter 2. See, this creation is different. This creation is different. See, and out of the ground, Sunini Nanini formed every beast of the field. I hope you can see what I'm reading. I'm reading verse number 19. I'm going to read from verse 19 to the end. So, and out of the ground, Sunini Nanini Samandla formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called them, whatsoever Adam, and Adam called every living creature that was, whatever he called them, that was the name. And Adam gave names to all the cattle and to the fowls. So he named the animal kingdom, he named the bird kingdom, and every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helpmeet. So when Adam was made, he was male and female. And so then he caused a deep sleep, verse 21, a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took out the rib. No, this is the DNA. See, that's why the double helix is like a ladder, because of the rib. It's the same symbol, right? He took out the rib and closed it up with flesh thereof. In other words, he's saying, from you, I'm making this. I didn't bring it from nowhere else. I'm taking it out. So he took out the DNA, the maternal part out of Adam. So Adam is not paternal and maternal in one place. It is separated. And if it's separated and it is truly from him, then he will recognize it. And it happened. And so then he caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and one but plural. One but plural. And closed it up with the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, singular now, that unit that he took out, because it was more than one, it was a unit. And and the rib which Sunini Nanini had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. So she and the man need to be together, but not together in one, together in two separate beings, so to speak, but everything they do will be one. When they come together, they'll make children, and the children will share them, because they were all one before they were separated, and so the children will be of the same substance. So that there be no confusion of gender here. Adam don't have the womb anymore. So those boys who want to pretend that they are the woman now, there's a confusion. A spiritual confusion. And manifests itself in the physical form. And the rib which Sunini had taken from the man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. And then you got some black feminists, Bantu women, who have got a spirit of a man in them that will defy this. And they'll begin to talk things like, oh, we come first. And that Samandla is male and female. And they began to do this nonsense around the corners. And they're getting the reward. Because this is what he did, and we can see it in the population. We can see this male, and we can see this female, right? And why are we thinking that we can now bring Sunini down to the level of who we are? It's like, I am the maker of a table. I'm not the table. It don't mean I'm the table. The minute I am the table, then I cease to be above the table, because the table is me. No, I made a table. That table can't make me. And that's the problem with Mary becoming the mother of God and all of these nonsense that they're talking. It's right here in front of us. But there was a time when we didn't want to touch this information, because we were afraid that they made us feel afraid to question anything. Therefore shall a man leave, verse 24, I'm saying. Therefore He said, she's woman because she was taken out of me. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother. A time comes when you must leave your father and mother and shall cleave unto his wife, or be tied, be bound up unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh, because they are one flesh. And they were naked, the man and his wife. And they did not even know it. They were not ashamed. They didn't know that they were one and naked before Sunini Nanini. And the day they were told differently, they began to cover themselves up. But that's another conversation for another time. So there is not just one and two and three creations out here. There are lots of creations out there. Lots of things have been created. Lots of things broke away from the order that they were given. We have stories in the Bible where the angels, a group of angels, I want to call them that, a group of angels decided that they were going to have children of their own with women. Yeah. Maybe the Neanderthals. They mated with Neanderthals. But who made those Neanderthals? You see, what kind of beings were they? So the concept of one creation and that everybody come from the same source is not true, or else we'd have the same DNA. Anyhow, that's a story for another day. Thank you so much. And I went around the long way to respond to that question. Hallelujah. Do you have any tips for when you experience stress or feeling down from obstacles in life, when you're trying to accomplish something and it feels like Sunini Nanini isn't helping? You know, whenever that happens, but this is my advice, this is my experience. Whenever I see that happening, I pause. I don't push it. I pause. And then I go before Sunini Nanini and ask him, are you trying to tell me be practical with him? It's not a religion. It's you, and you think the Creator is blocking a path that you want to go up. Maybe he's got another path to open for you. So what you need to do is actually ask him. So Sunini Nanini, I'm going up this path here, and I'm coming up with sheer blocks. Do you want me to go up this path? And you have to be clear and straight like that. Sunini Nanini, if you don't want me to go up this path, block it. Block it. So that I don't get up that path. And open the path that you want me to go up. And he's going to do exactly that. See, the relationship with Sunini Nanini is different. It's not that fear that you have. Sometimes he's telling you. There's an example of a prophet was riding this donkey that he always rides, and the donkey was refusing. You probably know the story. The donkey was refusing to go in that direction that he was being led in. And every time the master beat him to go in that direction, he's not going. Because he was seeing something. And so the donkey spoke to the prophet, the story says. Whether it's be literally or however, but this is documented for our understanding. And he said, you are my master. You ride me every day. And anywhere you lead me, I go. But this day, I'm not going there. Because I can see something there that you're not seeing. If you want, you can go on your own, but I'm not going. And this is the level of conversation that a donkey had to have with a prophet who should be hearing from Sunini Nanini. And the donkey told him that there is an obstacle in the path, and I can't do that. If you want to go, you go by yourself, not with me. He said, I see an angel. Then you realize that he's not going there now. And this is what happens. That story is telling us that There are times when we want to go up certain path and there's blockage. We need to step back and ask Nini, what do you want me to see here? What are you trying to tell me? Show me. I did that, when I lost my job here in England, because you hear me repeating some of the story, and it always will sound like a conspiracy theory because nobody's going to believe what really happened, because you say, is this possible in a developed country? Anyhow, I asked Sunini Nani, I said, how is it that these people are able to get away with this form of wickedness? I see these people come onto the school board. I see the engineering, big time solicitors onto the school board to try my case. People calling me danger to British society, homophobic, anti-Semitic, all kinds of names they call me. Never hurt one gay person up to this day. Had several in my classes that I teach. And none of them could say I ever discriminate against them in any form or shape. None. Because I wouldn't do that. But they were able to engineer the story. Because I said they fraudulently handled the national elections. Fraudulently. They did. But I asked him, cut that off. And I asked him, this can't happen without you doing this. What is it that you want me to know? Show me. This is to the person I'm talking to here. Show me. I say, you want to see? I say, yeah, show me. He said, read Genesis 13:1. And I recited it because I knew Genesis 13:1. Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and Lot and Sarah and all that he had into the south. I know the story. But did I really know it? The voice again, read Genesis 13:1. And I repeated it again. And the third time, the culture kicked in. If my mother calls me 3 times, I'm in trouble. From the time I hear, I know that she's not going to call me unless she needs me. I'm gone. And if the second time catch me, I must be on the way. And before the third time is going to come, I'm there. So when I heard the third time, read Genesis 13:1. I didn't have the Bible with me, but I was reciting. So I run down and I picked the Bible. The Bible was not in my space. And when I opened the book and I read Genesis 13:1, let me put it up to you so that you can get an understanding what I'm talking about. We're in Genesis chapter 14 now. Genesis chapter 13, verse number 1. And Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. It looks like a normal verse, isn't it? Like a very normal verse. But when I read that verse, it looked different to me. And I said, into the south? Into the south. But I was saying it, into the south. A light, as it were, a bright light shone on that word, the south. And I said, so Nini, are you telling me that Abraham didn't go northeast? You mean he didn't go Levant? He didn't go land of Israel? In the north, east, he went south? So you're saying to me that this Bible actually took place in the south? And that's why from time to time, I get the gracious privilege of reading from the original Bantu scrolls. I get a chance to read them because while I'm reading, he's telling me, move that one from there. This is what's supposed to be in there. Like when I come to verse 3, he said, no, take out that from because it's 2. Because he's going south. So he's not going to change from south. He's going south. And he went on his journey, remember he's coming south, he went on his journey towards the south, even to Bethel, where his tent had been before at the beginning. I said, you said that this thing, his tent being at the beginning. So I went back to Genesis chapter 12, and it showed me that he built an altar in Bethel. And then he went down to Egypt, and he left Egypt, he come back to Bethel south. I said, no. So you said, so we have this conversation. I said, so Nini Nanini, you're telling me that everything in this Bible took place on the continent of Africa? He said, yeah, and I will show you. So this is where I'm at. So if you hear me speaking in a certain manner with authority, it's not because I'm right, I'm wise, and that I'm very scholarly and I've got these degrees and all of these things sitting behind me and I know to. No, he took me through a process to see the wickedness of the wicked. And he said, no, these people are the same people that twisted this story. And you're going to see when I'm going to release judgment on them. And I'm watching it. So when you hear me speak and I sit on this chair, I'm not sitting here unconscious. I'm not a religious leader. I'm not here to do religion. I'm here about the history of my ancestors. And I did tell the lady that was investigating me, one of the children of Israel. I said to her, I said, you know what? When she said I'm a danger to British society, I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but this is one thing I know. I am the custodian of the history of my ancestors. And that was a prophetic word because I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know one thing I was talking about. But when she accused me of being a danger to British society, those were the words that came out of my mouth. And I'm living those words today. That's my experience. So if you're going in a direction and you see it looking full of obstacles, it's time you pause. Go in a corner. It might take a couple of days. Go in a corner and talk to Sunini Nani and wait for him to show you. And he will show you. And you come back here and share the experience with us. Hallelujah. Okay. I'm getting to my last two questions. Hey, Brother Keith. Recently, I've been hearing about the different issues with African people, Bantu people, who are in America. Have you heard anything? No, I haven't. But Bantu people is African American people. Bantu people is African people, and African people is Bantu people, and diaspora is African people, and the diaspora is Bantu people. It's the same people. But you know what has happened over time by virtue of being in different locations and having a history that is perverted by European nations, dominated by them, controlled by them. The narrative is controlled by them. Then we get connected to the folly of the nations and we begin to see each other differently. You see, my brother is in Canada, my younger brother. And he might be thinking of the way the Canadians think. I'm in England. I might be thinking of the way the British think. Maybe on a particular thing, maybe the architecture that is used in England versus the architecture used in Canada. We can have a conversation on that. But that's not who we are. That might be all we know. But there is a history about us that has been taken away from us. You see, and so when these issues are being ventilated, it is because people lose their culture and lose their identity. Just imagine that we're all children of one father, Akobi, and we don't know that, and we don't relate to each other like that. Somebody's trying to cut my throat, I'm trying to cut somebody's throat, and not that I do that, but you know, these are the things that happen around us because we see ourselves as different from each other. But you know, I haven't heard, but if you want to share with me, then that would be helpful. There might be something that I might be hearing, but yet. What are your thoughts on the discovery of the pyramids in the United States that are supposed to be older than the pyramids of Egypt? Right. So you see, these are the things I'm talking about. If you remember our teaching, we said that any pyramid you see anywhere on the earth was made by the children of Japhet. Any place. He built them. He was the stonemason with the square and the compass. Before the Freemasons, he was the stonemason. The children of Japhet built in stones. They're the same people that build the pyramids anywhere you find them. Even the Great Wall of China. He was the stonemason. And Shem, they work in other finer metals, brass and gold and iron, Yeah. So I'm not surprised. I'm never going to be surprised. And they hide them because they don't want the conversation to take place. They don't want this information to be out there that Black people were all over the earth before the earth was divided in the days of Jared. Sorry, in the days of Peleg. So that's the information that we have. Yes, I'm not surprised. You got them in America, you got them in China, you got them all over, you got them in South America. Yeah. Even left some big statues of the heads of the Olmecs. You know, those are not European heads. But Europeans will tell you they know how the heads got there, that somebody float them down from some place and all that. Because they cannot allow you, some things they couldn't move, the evidence they couldn't trouble. And so they had to find a way of explaining to you that, don't worry, we know it get there. It's got nothing to do with you at least. Yeah. Hallelujah. And so that brings us to the end of the question and answer period. For the questions I've seen and selected, there might be more out there. And what I advise somebody in the chat room to do for me is to see if you can pick them up, copy them and post them or save them, and so we can have response to those after the in the next show. Yes. Did anyone say? Somebody say? Did anyone remember where elders say bronze? Bosra. Oh, Bosra. No, I haven't found Bosra. I haven't found Bosra, but Bosra seemed to be associated with Edom, and I don't think it should be somewhere in the Congo. Yeah. Because Esau lived in the Congo before he was ejected from Sub Saharan and then oozed back in after we went into captivity. Yeah, Bosra. Okay. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for coming in the chat room. May the Most High Almighty Sunini Nani Nisa Mandla, the mighty one of Abraham, the mighty one of Isaka, and the mighty one of Akobi continue to watch over Bantu as we continue to experience his glorious redemption. Thank you and good night.
Education TV, waking up the Bantus from sea to sea.
Okay, this is Black Free Education TV, where we're stepping back from the brink towards a more meaningful future. With our theme verse being, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So if your ancestors were scattered via the transatlantic slave trade or the Mohammedan Arabic Islamic slave trade, then you are the children of Almighty Sunini Nanini Samandla, the mighty one of Abraham, Isaka, and Akobi. Oh yes, Black history, the study of the Bible is Black history. And so you're welcome tonight. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Share the link to everyone and let somebody know tonight that you are connected to the show. We give him all the praise. We give him all the glory. We give him all the honor because he is due all the praise and all the honor. Oh yes, share the link and text a friend. And after the show, make sure you follow us on all the channels. It is on Telegram Live, it is YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and the recording is uploaded on Bantu. You are welcome tonight to the show. All praises to Almighty Sunini Nanini Samanda. We give him all the praise and all the glory.
Waking up the Bantus from sea to sea. Education TV. Waking up the Bantus from sea to sea. Education TV.